Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I got my HelloFresh box. This is the first box that I've ever gotten, and so I thought that I would cook a meal and see how it goes. This is the figgy balsamic pork, and this is what it's supposed to look like. We will see. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Everything came like in a big box and I got 3 meals. And then the ingredients for this came in like a little bag that was labeled. And then, yeah, I got everything. I got potatoes and a shallot, like a little onion. And then all these like little pre-portioned, let me show you, just all these like little things that it's exactly the amount that you're supposed to need for everything. Like my fresh green beans came in a little bag, and the pork came in this little compartment, and I put it in a Ziploc baggie to put in the fridge because, I don't know, I didn't want things to leak and get gross. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. The first step is to preheat the oven to 450, which I just did. Over there, you can see it preheating. And then I'm supposed to wash and dry all produce, half peel and finely chop the shallot, stir the rosemary, or strip, I can't read, strip the rosemary leaves from the stems, chop the leaves until you have 2 teaspoons, 4 teaspoons for 4 servings. And then dice the potatoes into 1/2-inch pieces. Y'all, I like to cook, but I like to cook like easy things. This is a little technical for me, so we're just gonna see how it goes. Okay, so I'm using a pan instead of a cookie sheet covered in foil because convenience. So I put this in here, and then it says to toss the potatoes on the baking sheet, which I chopped up those. I'll put those on there. Toss the potatoes. I don't have a cutting board, so I used a plate. With olive oil, half of the rosemary, some salt, and pepper. Okay. So I have some olive oil. Thankfully, I had that. Otherwise, I was going to have to resort to using my spray olive oil, which would totally work probably too. But I'm just going to crack this open. Thought it was supposed to come with everything. It did not have this. It also said I need butter, and I'm just glad that I have that to make cookies later. So, I'm going to drizzle that. And then some salt, which I love salt, so do not judge me for the amount of salt that I'm about to put on here. Okay, and then some pepper. Which we also love some pepper. All those flavors. And then half of the rosemary. And so, you know, I'm just gonna eyeball that and sprinkle that in there. And then maybe a little bit more. I'm supposed to toss that. Okay, so I've got my second baking sheet here, which is another pan with foil in it. And these are the green beans, and I am supposed to, that one looks janky, hold on. I'm supposed to toss this with some olive oil and salt and pepper as well. So. Okay, so I probably wasn't recording that whole time, but I seasoned this pork with salt and pepper, and then I have it in a pan with medium heat and a little bit of olive oil, and I'm supposed to flip it occasionally for 4 to 8 minutes, and so that corresponds with the timer on my potatoes. All right, so now I'm gonna move the pork that is seared into my cooking sheet with my green beans. Okay, and that's off. And I'm gonna put this in the oven for 15 minutes. Okay, so now in the pan, I'm supposed to add the shallots and the rosemary, and then in a minute, some butter with some other good stuff that's over here. It says heat a drizzle of olive oil, medium heat. So let me get it back to medium heat. Add the shallots and the remaining chopped rosemary. Cook while stirring until softened for 1 to 2 minutes. Put the shallots in. And the rosemary. All right, so this is softened. Now I'm supposed to add in the stock concentrate, the vinegar, the jam, and 1/4 cup of water. Okay. So let's add the stock. Mix that in. The jam. Okay. The hardest thing to open. Okay, and then some water. All right, so I'm supposed to let this simmer for like 3 minutes until it gets thick, and then remove from the pan, add the butter, and stir until it's melted, and then add a little bit of salt and pepper. All right, so I took the pork out, and I let the green beans cook a little bit longer, just because I like mine a little softer and not as like crunchy. And so now I put the butter in the sauce, and I'm just letting it melt after it's simmered for a little bit. And I am turning off the heat as well, just so it can sit and those flavors can meld. I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I would also just like to say that I am so hot in this Sherpa. I have a sweatshirt on under here and then a t-shirt on under that. I'm dying of heat, but I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit. I've got the green beans cooking. The pork is sitting because it's supposed to rest. Like I said, I sound like I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, then I will plate everything and show you what it looks like, the expectation versus the reality, and we'll see if it's any good. Okay, so this is the final product. I've got the meat over here, the potatoes, and the green beans, and this is what it looks like all plated on my small little plate. And I think it looks pretty good, pretty close. The sauce is a little sus, but y'all, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I really am. So now I am gonna use my fingers to taste it because I'm that person. And let me just tell you, I've eaten a few of the potatoes and they're fabulous. I love potatoes. And the green bean, it's good. It's just like roasted vegetables. And then the pork, I get some of the sauce on it. I'm such a foodie. It's actually really good. So, my first meal with HelloFresh. I'm so proud of myself. Let me chew my food for a second. All right, guys. So, that was my first meal with HelloFresh. I have 2 more. If you want to see me cook those as well and kind of like how that works out, I will totally do it. I'm really impressed. It's just me. And y'all know I've had gastric bypass surgery, so I can't eat like a lot at one setting. So this will last me for like a couple of days. So as of right now, I have it set up to just ship every other week. I might change that to every 3 weeks, depending on how long everything lasts and everything. But I got the first box for free. And then it's like $60 for 3 meals every time you order after that. I will link down below like a coupon code that they gave me or whatever. You don't have to use it. If you can get a free box, get a free box. But the coupon code that I have down below is like $20 off your first box. Or maybe it's like 40. I don't know. I'll put it somewhere. But I think it's $40 off. So that makes your first box $20 for 3 meals. That's awesome. I totally suggest trying it. I did have to go through and like look at different things because I have dietary restrictions. And so I had to kind of see like what I could and couldn't eat with certain meals. And so like certain meals didn't work and certain meals did. But overall, I'm really impressed, especially with this meal. I'll show you my other two really quick. The other one, this is cheesy smothered mushroom chicken. It's got potatoes and carrots. And then this one is peppercorn gravy steak. And then it's got toast and broccoli. I probably won't do the toast. Like I'll make it and I might eat a bite of it, but I don't really eat bread because it just doesn't work well. But yeah, overall, really impressed. Gonna give it another try. Looking forward to trying some more. And I guess I will catch you on the next one. Bye guys.